What's up, everybody? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be listing off the relationship advice that I wish I could have gave my younger self, and that could possibly be helpful for somebody who's watching this video. Who knows? Hope it does. One piece of advice on relationships that I wish I told my younger self would be allow people to be who they are around you, whether that's goofy, jealous, happy, sad, angry, however they want to be. Just let them be, okay? Not everything that somebody does around you is an attack towards you. Not everything. You gotta use your discernment, honey. I really wish I knew how to use my discernment. I honestly think there was moments where I did use my discernment, and there were moments where I didn't. And I wish that majority of the time I used my discernment instead of just going all in these relationships expecting things. That's another thing. Do not have expectations. Honestly, don't expect people to do anything you want them to do or what you expect from them in a relationship with you. Just let them be. Let them do what they do, say what they want to say, be how they want to be, and you make the decision if you want to still move forward or if you want to just go ahead and leave the shit alone, okay? But don't give up the coochie. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't give the coochie. Pause. That shit can wait. That shit can wait. Another thing I wish I could tell my younger self is negative assumptions are very natural and normal when it comes to everyday life, just relationships, environments, everything. Bring it to me. Thank you. Negative assumptions are completely normal, man, and there's a strategy you can use to overcome the negative mindset that is embedded in us at birth that a lot of us do not know how to overcome. We just let it go, we let it come, we say shit, we do shit in those moments, and those negative assumptions drive negative experiences, man. Like, it all comes full circle. Yeah, negative assumptions are so engraved in us. You don't even know it's there. You don't know it's there until somebody actually breaks down your process of thinking, and then you'll be able to break down your own process of thinking. You see how that works? Somebody else gotta tell you about yourself in order for you to know what the fuck is going on. It's crazy out here, but there is a 7-step strategy that I follow to help me get over the negative assumptions. I'm reading this because I wrote this down. I wrote this down about 2 years ago. Okay, I learned from Love Dorsey. You know, we love Dorsey. We're Love Dorsey fans over here. If I love Love Dorsey, you love Dorsey too if you're watching this video. So get with the program. This is the 7-step strategy that I have for overcoming that negative mindset. Number 1 is mindfulness, okay? Be mindful about what's going on around you without judgment, and notice what's happening in your thoughts. Check your mindset. Second point, let there be multiple possibilities. Life happens. Everything doesn't always have to be negative. Let there be multiple possibilities. Let there be multiple perspectives. Let there be multiple outcomes to what is happening. It don't always have to be, oh, this person is doing this because of X, Y, and Z. No, it don't always have to be that. Just let it be what it is. Number 3, be in control and take responsibility on how you respond. Instead of jumping into a negative cycle, accept it for what it is and move on. That move on point, that move on, that shit is impossible to fucking do at sometimes when you're so embedded and engraved in your negative mindset, and that your mindset drives your experiences, drives your behavior, drives everything that you do. Man, it's hard to get out of it, but it's not impossible. It is very much so possible. Number 4, change your assumptions into questions. Let me say that one more time. Change your assumptions into questions. When I tell you that part, that alone, switching that programming, oh, is a son of a bitch. Because you want to jump to conclusion. You want to assume so bad. And you want to be like, oh, you're doing this because da da da. When I tell you it takes a lot of patience to sit with what you're thinking and transmute that shit into a motherfucking question so that person can explain to you what exactly they're doing and so that their actions can really show you something. Bro, let me finish. Let me finish. Instead of assuming, turn it into a question and ask. Ask for understanding. Speak to get clarity, not to blame. Number 5, take initiative. Everything doesn't require a response. Sometimes you have to leave your negative assumptions at home. Minding your fucking business, man. Letting that shit be. Sitting the fuck back. Not being motherfucking bothered by the shit. That shit is... When I tell you it's a real strength to hold your shit back, man. And I'm not talking you can't be yourself. I'm talking about get your demons under control, man. Get your shadows under fucking control, man. Put the bitches on the motherfucking leash, man. Put them back there in the back and tell them to sit the fuck down and be present in your body. Number 6, use your free time towards yourself. Get a better understanding of what you do, what you think, and how you feel, not about other people. Goes right into minding your business and staying in your motherfucking lane. If it ain't, that's what's being told. Number 7, nurture your own mind. Understand how far your imagination and emotions will take you. Emotional management, emotional discipline is another thing that I wish I told my younger self when it comes to relationships. You have to manage yourself. You have to manage your feelings. You have to manage your thoughts, man, because if you don't manage these things, these can eat you alive. These can override your experience and turn it into something that you didn't even want from the fucking get-go. You have to get an understanding. You have to get control over your mental. Another thing I wish I told my younger self or gave my younger self relationship advice on is the understanding that there is a cycle, a loss of attraction when it comes to relationships, and when you realize that things do not align with you. When you go through that cycle, man, that is a time for you to get the fuck. It is literally a divine intervention when God is throwing you red fucking flags. The Most High is throwing you red flags left and right, and bitch, you better learn, you better see, and you better take that shit and be like, okay, either you're going to work through it or you're going to get the fuck. You have a choice. Everything is a choice. Now, the cycle of loss of attraction, and break that down into, I would say 12 points. Hold on, let me check. I wrote this down. I love to write everything down because I have a very forgetful memory sometimes. And this helps me remember. to 7 different steps. 7 different points in the cycle of loss of attraction. When you're unaware of this cycle, these are the things that happen. These are the things that you start to notice. These are the things that start popping out to you that if you don't have a full understanding on, or reality check yourself on, you can lose attraction to this person and you won't even know why. You won't even know the real reason why. Not because of, oh, they cheated or they lied or because they said X, Y, and Z. Like, no, these are the real roots and the real reasons based off of how you behave and how this other person behaves. This is the information that I wish I had when I was younger and I started dating. Because, man, I would have avoided a lot of people. I would have avoided a lot of situations. I probably still would have been a virgin right now. Who would know? These are the 7 points. Number 1, the lack of understanding the differences in our daily routine. Lack of understanding that we are doing 2 different things on a day-to-day basis. Okay? Number 2, general life beliefs. What you believe and what this person believes on 2 different frequencies, 2 different timelines, 2 different realities. Number 3, different financial habits, meaning the way you spend money or what season you're in right now, you're saving money, this person's spending money, they saving, you spending. It's just two different habits going on right now. Number 4, basics. Having your basics under control. You got shit stable, you got your house, you got your car, you got this, you got that, or this person has all these things and you're not even in the space where you barely fucking got a car right now. Like, getting serious and mixing the lives together just don't mix in that season of your life. Number 5, understanding the role you play in a relationship. There's a lot of times where I was just like, what do you want me here for? You want me around, but when I'm around, the way I'm being is too much, and then I leave, but then you don't want me to go. Like, what am I supposed to be? And not understanding that, or even not even communicating this shit was a hassle, man. It was all based off of feelings. It was based off of, oh, this person's moving this way, or they moving this way, I'm moving this way. And it's like it's a childish game that has been played for so long, and we grow up playing it since we're fucking kids, man, and we don't even realize that we're playing in this fucking field at a very young age. Like, you gotta come up out that shit at one point in your life, you know? And number 6, the lack of privacy. And number 7, the intellectual differences. Literally, if I had this information, and if you guys want me to break those down in a further video, I will. Those points in that understanding of this is what happens before you stop liking somebody. You start to notice these things. You start to see, okay, this dude not really liking me the way I like him, or his mind is somewhere else, or he's off doing something else differently. You gotta make a choice. Now, I am thankful that I didn't stick around long term in some shit that was abusive to my physical health, but I will say that my mental and emotional was a little fucked up in some relationships, but I could have avoided all of that chaos and drama if I had this information. If I knew that, okay, take it slow. If I understood the stages of dating, literally that whole not even rabbit hole, but that whole concept in dating as well, I wouldn't have gotten so serious with a lot of the fuck niggas that I was with. Like, I wouldn't have laid down with them so quickly. But at the same time, I have to understand that that is normal. Sex is very normal to have. It's a very positive thing. Just who you have it with and who you allow access to that intimate part of your body should be chosen very carefully. Like, you don't want people that are this trashy and this bummish to be all up in you. Like, it's a lot of things that I wish I could tell myself, but I'm telling myself this right now as if I'm recording a video from the future to put in a time capsule and send it back to 2013 and show myself this video. Younger Naya, this is future Naya talking to you. Don't be a dumb bitch. Another piece of relationship advice I wish I could give to myself is, especially when it comes to friendships, take it easy, man. Don't attach yourself to people so quickly, especially when you see potential in y'all's relationship and it's not even something that's possible to do based off of the season that both of y'all are in y'all's life. Like, play that shit slow. Don't be sitting here calling motherfuckers your best friend, your homie, your crew, all of that shit when everybody's on a whole different frequency, mindset, timeline. Now, it's okay to have friends like that. They have a category for that shit. You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. Everybody, all your friends in your friend circle will have a category. That's another thing I wish I told myself. Not everybody's gonna fit in that best friend bubble that you want everybody to fit in, though. Literally, there's not gonna be more than one person in that bubble. Reality check. Come on now. You just have to know where people lie in your life. You have to know how much to give to somebody based off of y'all's interactions without getting so deep so fast or moving at a pace where you can barely keep up with your own self during all of this shit. So much shit is popping off and you can't even keep up with your processing how shit is going and keeping up with giving to yourself and all this, if it's too much, it's okay for you to step back. Don't be afraid to let go of people. It's okay. It's okay to let go of some relationships. It's okay to move forward from relationships. Give grace to the people that stayed, that didn't. You know, everything has a reason. Everything has a purpose. Information is given. Lessons are being learned. Tools are being added to our box of manifestations. My manifestation toolbox. So that everything can align in a more divine fashion where it's organic and whole and fulfilling for you. Relationships are complicated, especially in committed ones. They require a lot of patience, a lot of understanding, and a lot of turning assumptions into questions, bruh. A lot of that. You have to if you want to stay committed to somebody. You don't have to change the way that you are in order for people to like you. People are going to like you regardless of how you are. They're going to love every version of you. If they're true friends, if they're true family, if they're true relationships, if they're true whatever partnerships, they're going to love you for who you are in your good and your bad moments. And be thankful for that shit all the time. Another piece of advice is don't be delusional, okay? Don't be thinking people can fulfill things that you know damn well they can't just because you see them fulfilling that. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Those assumptions and attaching expectations to people is the quickest way to disappointment, man. You will never be happy if you keep expecting people to be what you want them to be. Another piece of relationship advice: long distance is possible with the right person. With the right person that you trust and have a lot of patience and understanding with and are on the same mutual level with. And my last piece of relationship advice I wish that I could give to myself is, it has to be something about self-love for real. Going through the seasons of solitude is worth it. It is so worth it because it helps you build a stronger foundation and a stronger relationship with yourself. Self-love is very important, girl. Like, you got to give yourself some love. You got to give yourself the pampering and the respect and the honor and the commitment, the responsibility, all of that shit for yourself, man. You really have to, because you matter the most and nobody's gonna have you like you got you. So respect yourself before expecting people to respect you. You have to pour into yourself before you expect people to pour into you. Protect your energy. Don't let nobody play you for a fool. You know what the fuck is going on, so don't act like a dummy. Don't act like a dummy. Don't act like you don't know, because you do. Just walk with clarity and integrity, man. Stick with the positive mindset, because that negative shit is for the birds. I hope this resonates with some of you, and I hope you guys are enjoying the rest of this beautiful November season of Scorpio and crescent moons looking so beautiful. Get some love, eat some food, and smoke some weed.